I'm AJ.
And I'm Johnny.
And I'm Willy.
Today we're making
ribs.
Apparently these are award-winning ribs, right?
I'm not kidding. Award-winning. I got the
You got the plaque to prove it.
trophy/cutting board to prove it. The recipient of the Best Ribs Award at the first annual Cock and Bones Cook-Off.
Nice.
As far as I know, they never did another one, so
Very prestigious.
I don't have to give it back to
Very
the next
prestigious
guy.
event there. Like,
Yeah.
but you know what? That says something, dude. Best ribs.
Dude, that's like an $18 cutting board too. You go down to Whole Foods and try to buy one.
And it's functional too, so you can cut, things on it.
Yeah.
First thing.
We gotta get some drinks in you guys.
Yeah, first things first. Now,
Yeah,
Willie, you have a specialty drink?
I do. The house specialty is the Tito's and lemonade.
All right.
And I don't really like to mess around when it comes to cocktails, so I got the Pro Ice, which
Okay.
I'm sure you guys appreciate.
Wow.
Now, so with the Pro Ice, I found you get the two little cubes in the bottom for the pint glass anyway, and then you go the big one on top, and then you make a little ice cube sandwich with two more on top.
Whoa.
Dude, this is serious.
I'm not kidding.
Okay,
We're
so
already off to a good start here.
Willie is a Rubber Soul guy today. AJ is going with Let It Be, the end of the Beatles, the sad demise of these guys.
Thanks a lot.
And then I got Revolver, which is a more electrified version of Rubber Soul. We're drinking Tito's.
Are you guys 50-50 guys? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Does that mean like
50,
like
50
dudes
vodka.
and girls?
Well, I was thinking more like half vodka, half
Okay.
lemonade, but whatever floats your boat. Okay, so now we got cocktails. I should put the water on.
All right. What do you do, Willie? Boil those ribs?
Yeah, well, I've got this this system that I stole from our buddy Pony Boy. You remember Pony from the old Lucy's days?
Oh yeah.
He used to come over to the house and make ribs all the time. And his secret is to boil them in a crawfish boil, which I gotta have the crawfish seasoning.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't even.
I didn't realize that.
Really either.
So you take, you got your Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and this thing's about half full, so I'm gonna just put probably the whole thing in there because you don't want to underdo it.
You don't want to skimp.
Yeah, I mean this stuff isn't expensive, so you might as well just.
So you take just the ribs themselves aren't seasoned yet. This
No.
is essentially how they get seasoned.
This is how they get seasoned on the inside. We're gonna boil them in this crawfish boil for probably 25-30 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pull them out of there, slather them up with my mom's world famous barbecue sauce recipe, and throw them on the Weber to crisp up the outside and kind of finish them off.
All right.
So how many drinks do you think it's going to take to boil them ribs?
This is probably about a 2-3 drink boil, and while we're boiling the ribs, we're gonna be doing some other stuff. We're gonna make the sauce, and we're
Okay.
gonna light up the grill.
Sweet.
So it all kind of is, little steps.
You're doing like
at
a
time.
slaw thing too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a coleslaw too. Which,
love slaw.
which is good. And I gotta give credit to my mom because it's her barbecue sauce recipe, which actually came from a great aunt, Sis.
Sweet.
If you pay attention today, you can learn how to make this sauce, and it's super easy, and it's pretty delicious. The beauty of the sauce is some people are like, you got your vinegar guys, vinegar base. You got the guys that like the ketchup base with molasses, and then the mustard. This has all three.
Dude,
Boom.
you had me at hello.
Okay,
Sauce,
so
right.
I'm trying to do the math in my head. I'm gonna do a double batch
Sweet.
of the sauce. So
Are you doing a double batch because we're going to have more ribs, or is it a double batch so we can take some home?
you can take some home, or you can throw it in the fridge and use it for barbecue pork chops or something else
sweet.
tomorrow, kind of thing. But single batch is a quarter cup, but we're going a double batch, so we got a half a cup of vinegar, just your average white, and then you want a cup of water. We got 4 tablespoons of sugar.
And these are baby backs, yeah, right?
Yeah, these are your baby back ribs there, Bap.
Yeah, dude, I personally like baby backs. So I think you can when you're doing like the sauces and anything like that, you get more of the flavor of the sauce instead of a big rib where you're getting like more meat.
Right.
Yeah, it's all about the sauce, man. I don't
Yeah.
think those purist guys that say you shouldn't put sauce on barbecue,
It's like ketchup fries without ketchup.
Yeah, like the sauce, like the rib is just a vehicle to get the sauce in your mouth,
I concur.
So you're gonna want to go with a nice tong to do this, so you don't splash all over the place. I've learned that from experience.
Yeah, that's smart because I would have thrown them in with my hand.
Yeah.
So it calls for 1 tablespoon, but I just like to eyeball this particular deal because I kind of like mustard.
I love mustard.
While I like a gourmet mustard or a Dijon, I'm always a fan of just the French's yellow.
And then you want a little salt and pepper in there. That's another thing I don't think you really need to measure because it says like a half a teaspoon or something, but just kind of eyeball it, and then you taste it later and see if it needs a little more.
Oh, hey.
Reason.
Look what
When
he's
I find
doing.
myself in times of... Oh, sorry.
The reason that we coated these is because like so we don't get mixed up and this guy's like sitting here talking to Willy and he's like freaking like he's drinking from my cup. What you got there?
A little cayenne.
Cayenne.
So we're just gonna give it like a few shakes. You don't want to go overboard with that right off the bat because it can overwhelm the sauce.
But just a little heat, right?
Little heat there, and then like I said, later on you try it out. And
I don't know if you noticed that, but that was a precision cut right there. That was impressive.
You gotta have some nice skills, and you want to have a nice sharp knife.
Yeah.
Nothing more useless than a dull knife. I just take for this, I'll take about a half a lemon, quarter it up, squeeze juice in, and then I just drop those guys right in there. Because why not?
Get that rind flavor, yeah.
Because why not? You gotta throw a little butter in there. Because butter makes everything better.
So can I get the tongs and flip those babies over?
Yeah, you can just
There's some exposed stuff there.
make sure we get a nice even boil there.
What I'm noticing right now is we always think it's crawfish season.
Right.
But they have the same kind of qualities that we all love, like the saltiness, the spiciness.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it really flavors the inside of the rib, like because when
meat.
you sauce it up, you're getting all that flavor on the outside, but the meat's getting like that
Right.
into it.
I mean, I wish you could smell this right now. It's just insane. Between that boil and the lemon and the butter.
And we got Worcester here. This calls for like 2 tablespoons, but I'm a huge fan, so I just three-ball it.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him.
He's like the Michael Jackson.
Look at him go.
Container openers.
He's a
nobody.
Oh!
Because it should be about 8 ounces, about a cup. We'll stir it up and see if the color looks right. It should be kind of orange. I'm gonna give it a little. See
Wow, that looks like barbecue
Can we
sauce.
taste that?
Stick your finger in there.
Oh, that's
Pretty
great.
good. We should do a shot of it. This is like an oyster shooter. Cheers.
Here we go.
It's delicious.
Wow. That is really good. That is freaking amazing. So a good slaw complements to me a great meat.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
It's the cooling. It's the cooling.
I can tell you what I'm into in a slaw is the non-mayonnaise slaw and the more vinaigrette. Is that what you make?
This is perfect for
Yeah.
your palate because
Great.
this is all about. It's super simple. It's vinegar, oil, salt, pepper, carrots, and cabbage. And
That's
it.
exactly what my favorite slaws are.
And actually some sugar too. Who likes to shred cabbage with a cheese grater?
I'll do it.
I don't know if you have one of these at home, but you can use whatever you want. I like to use a mason jar for this particular step because I've always got some handy. But you just take a little vinegar and about probably 50-50. Get a little oil.
Once I've had 3/4 of a Willy Braun Tito's and lemonade,
We're gonna
I need to
cut it
think
back to like
ahead.
60-30, 60-40 kind of.
Why? Because of meat? Because of carrots?
Because there's
Well, we didn't realize your current status, so you gotta
Hey,
train.
no, I'm
train for
cutting
shit like
loose
this.
tonight. You know who I'm gonna be? Reckless Johnny.
And dude, these are made by
Where do
the
you get
company
those?
that makes Vic Firth sticks. Strong Company makes these.
Whoa.
It's called the Pump and Grind. So then I don't know. We're just eyeballing this here. Let's just throw a little sugar in there.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasonings in the sun.
And give it a good shake. I'm like shaking a martini.
Yeah. Get the emulsification going down.
We got a good solid emulsification. And
Very
then
nice.
sesame seeds. That's a good call. Let's throw some in there.
Okay.
I think I have some.
Yeah, dude, I'm all about
I'm not gonna put it on. You know what would be great too? I could have done. Throw a little sesame oil in there. Let's do that too.
Oh, that'd be great. You know what? That'd be awesome. Little Asian vibe.
We'll just freestyle it. See what happens. Just a little, because that stuff's pretty strong.
Yeah.
The other one goes
How
out
about
a lot faster.
something to sweeten it with?
Yeah, I might need more sugar too.
Yeah. Let's do a little bit of that.
Oh yeah. See what the miso's nice and sweet, and that's kind of might thicken it up. I think that's good. I don't know
Once
how long
again,
this
Asian.
stuff lasts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slap a little dollop of that in there.
I'm putting a little of that. That's great. Here.
You think it's too thick, or we need to?
Dude, this is gonna be great. Yeah. Really good.
I think that's legit.
Holy shit, that's good stuff.
Wow. Awesome. We have a new recipe, folks. Sorry, Mom. Yours is still better.
Miso and sesame have been added. No, I can't stop eating.
Yeah.
Here we have the tried and true.
The Weber, the only grill, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You have like $12, buy one of these. These things are awesome.
Oh yeah.
Actually, environment too.
We're really cooking here. Another drink, maybe?
I think it's about time. Yeah. Another sweet tool for you, barbecue aficionados.
Oh, yeah.
Sauce mop. Clean, but
Aren't
they
those
are-
called? It's called a flesh mop, is it not?
flesh mop?
Technically, yeah.
I don't know.
I've never heard of that, but okay.
Whatever floats your boat. So we're just. This is probably a little early, but why not? We'll just sauce up the ribs here.
My community college education isn't impressing you guys.
A lot of heat going on there.
And I'm gonna try to keep all the coals on one side of the grill. Kind of like that. You keep all your heat on one side of the grill.
And why is that, Willie?
Because we're gonna do what we call indirect. We're gonna do direct heating and indirect heating, which is we're gonna throw the ribs on just like so.
So
We're gonna
the direct heating is for crisping, and the indirect is maybe for what?
Just for like more of a roasting kind of thing. We'll throw them on here for like a couple minutes per side, just to get them to like kind of seal up a little bit. And we don't want them to like burn.
I'm in charge of carrying the ribs.
Is that a stick song?
So you'll see how we threw the cover on, and they've definitely cooled down a little. I like to go bone down first.
Okay.
On the heat, right?
Yeah, right on the heat. And you can overlap them a little bit too. If you want, just take that and just dump it right on top of there.
Yeah.
Just waste not, want not, is what I always say.
Dude, I wish
Love it.
y'all could smell this. 'Cause this is
Yeah, it's great.
amazing. The smoke.
I can finally smell.
It smells good. We're gonna go ahead and cover it up because we'll open this just a little. Get that out of there. Fill that in the neighbor's yard. Just have a little bit of air coming through there, but you keep the top on it, kind of like it roasts it, and it keeps the heat from being too much.
Yeah. So how many drinks is this gonna take, Willie?
This is probably only like
God.
a drink and a half, maybe, kind of deal.
If we're still standing, this is gonna be delicious.
I got one more side to do. No, I didn't go off the brand. I just got it because it said maple cured bacon,
Judge
and then
of
it
maple.
said taste of maple syrup.
Enough said.
Start of the show.
Oh, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to see. No
Yes.
flames coming up. We're not scorching anything.
Hey Johnny,
It's gonna look, oh, perfect.
look.
I'm just gonna flip that one. That's beautiful. Ooh. These ones, actually, I'm gonna let that one go for just a minute more. This one's right in the heat, so
Right.
you're gonna want to move them around a little bit. you know?
Yeah. Get the right.
I flipped this one.
Be cognizant of where the heat is, guys, when
Yeah.
you're cooking.
Be careful, you know.
Hey, gang, when you're cooking, try and find where the heat is.
So that was about half. What do we think? Like
Have a drink.
3-4 minutes, half a drink.
Yeah, half a
Yeah.
drink. I don't think I have to confer with AJ on this, but I think we're definitely coming back.
We're coming back.
I don't know
dude.
if you're going to be having food or something, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
See, that's a perfect amount of char right there.
Oh God.
That one's dancing on the edge of a little much, but
I like that. I
I
like
think
that
it's
a little
perfect. I like my bacon crispy. I like my ribs crispy.
much. Me too.
And then you can't over sauce these things. Just keep slathering the sauce on, because it ends up just becoming part of the rib. We'll leave that for another, say, 3-4 minutes, and then we'll come probably transfer it over to the indirect side of the grill.
If you're watching the show, you need to make this recipe because like
oh man. Yeah.
this. I mean,
So far, I mean,
we haven't even eaten the ribs, and I'm just like tripping out.
Look at that crisp. Now I think we're just gonna we're gonna move them over here. We're gonna put them the meat side down. That one I'm gonna leave on there because
Yeah.
that one needs a little more crispy.
Yeah.
More love.
And that one actually does too.
Yeah.
That one, ooh,
That one's,
wow.
that's mine.
That I'm gonna leave just to get that side a little more crispy, but this one's here on the indirect heat. And these guys are just gonna get a little more crisp. A little bit of a breather there because we need to get a little more fire on there. I feel like they need to be going a little faster. Not that cooking them slow is anything bad, but
We're hungry. Oh, look at that. That's so
look at
good.
that. We're moving these over here. We're gonna flip this one over so we can sauce the back side. And now we're not really in any danger of burning the ribs here. These are just like, it's almost like an oven at this juncture. Look at that. These are done. I'm not even gonna pretend like we're gonna put these back on.
Dude, no. Those guys are... Look at that. Look at that right there.
We gotta get some
Beans?
How's the beans looking?
Beans are great. They're ready to rock.
All right, we need some plates. I'm gonna cut into this and just make double sure that we're all good. It's just come to my attention that AJ really hasn't done shit tonight.
You know, he never does.
You've been grading.
I have to
your
earn my,
sauce.
you know, that's what happens when you're at the level of
You opened
celebrity
all
that
the,
AJ
all
is.
the condiment bottles.
When you're at that level of celebrity, you don't have to cook anymore.
Okay, now we're gonna cut into these babies.
Migo, he's always working.
I find that it's easier to cut into them if you go upside down because you can see where the ribs are, and then you don't mess up your knife.
He's always working.
Oop. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
Going down.
And then you can kind of just do that number.
You don't even
Now we
know.
just do this. Like those lemons, doesn't really matter, but all the sauce goes right on top.
Toda la salsa va encima.
Because as we're making a plate here, plating up, we got a side of beans. We're gonna hit it with a little of the coleslaw right on the side because it doesn't matter if they touch because it all goes to the
It's all
same
going to
place.
the same place, yeah. It's my
Boom.
philosophy.
And then a good hearty portion of ribs.
Man. Is that my plate or Johnny's plate?
You guys can fist fight over it.
AJ, you go first.
Okay, good.
AJ, he hasn't done anything tonight. Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah. Slop after the test. I think that miso
The miso
is a hell of an addition.
Yeah.
wow.
The sesame seeds.
Oh my god. They're really fucking good.
Dude, seriously. Dude. I mean, I'm not saying this just 'cause, I mean, this
Willy.
is some of the best ribs I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
This is insane. What we're tasting here. Check this out, man. The bone, the caramelization. I mean, it's a perfect sear. The guy just got it just dead on. It's not his first rodeo, as you can see right here. So, well, the outside you get this cool like rocking like treat, and then once you're chewing the meat, like there's more to it. Like it's not just like okay, the sauce is I'm over the sauce, and now I'm like just eating the meat. Like you're still getting the whole like this is rock and roll. Is all. The recipe's down on the bottom. He's
Down the bottom.
He's actually gonna. This is a crazy thing. He's actually going to share his recipe.
Yeah.
So it's down in the description. Check it out. Follow us. Willy Braun,
Reckless
Reckless Kelly. They're all over the internet. Just Google them.
Google that shit.
Google that shit.
Google that shit.
Johnny Gowdy.
Yeah.
I'm AJ. Cooking and drinking. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey,
Give us your
thank you,
day.
boys. Thanks, man.
Cheers. A lot of fun.
Willy,
Thanks for coming
dude,
by.
Willy, dude,
Yeah.
thank you so much, man.
Great job.
We're at Willy's,
on the show.
Willy Braun's establishment. Thank you so much. Cooking, drinking, Johnny and AJ.
See you next time.